Tuesday, and I apologize off already because I'm in the van, and see, maybe that'll work. It's different for me to try to set the camera up, see, because I'll look at it and I'll think my full body is in there and it's not, just here. But yeah, anyways, hope everyone's had an awesome Monday. I am headed bright and freaking early. It's 7:19, y'all, too doggone early, to go to the dermatologist, new patient appointment, so they can check my scalp to see if I have discoid lupus. So that's what I'm doing right now. This dude just almost hit me. You trying to lay down in the seat to drive? I'm gonna need for you to sit up. Crazy people. I'm headed trying to get some breakfast. They want me to be there 15 minutes. My appointment's at 8:15. They wanted me to be there 15 minutes early, but I found the paperwork online. I hope it's the right paperwork because the girl was really rude on the phone. So I just Googled their practice because I had never heard of them. And yeah, I filled it out, praying that's them. But anywho, so yesterday was I just had a video go live so you kind of see how yesterday went. But while at practice, I was asleep and one of the parents called, and I was just like, oh, I'll call her back. And then like 15 minutes, like someone just said, you need to hurry up and call her back. So I called, and one of our parents that helps volunteer coach, him and his two boys were turning into the parking lot because we were practicing at a university. They said that when he turned in, the only thing that was left out was like the rear part, going into the parking lot. And he turned in, and my husband said he didn't see him turn in, but this is like kind of what happened. But he said he was with the kids, and next thing you know, he hears this loud explosion like a train hit something. So everybody, just like parent wise, took off running, to try to see what happened. So this college kid was speeding, because you can't even go over 30 miles on this campus. And he said he was distracted looking at a paper or something, but he probably was looking at his phone. He hit them so hard, all the airbags deployed in their vehicle, it knocked their back, the brake pads off. It knocked them so hard, it just split it in half. And my husband was like, they were all trying to help. And the one son, he's 7. And he was in shock for a while because he was screaming, my brother, my brother, my brother. He was laying out on the ground. And apparently the brother, one of them had a Powerade, but the dad said when the impact happened, all he saw was red everywhere. So he was thinking his kids were dead. So all of them were panicking. But they ended up going to the ER. They released them, but the youngest one had, like my husband said, that it was a knot on his head the size of a fist. And he's a little old bitty kid. And the other one is on crutches. And I was just like, oh my God. My husband said it didn't really hit him until the end of practice. He had to just sit down because he was just like, they were so close to death. Both other vehicles were totaled. So when I tell y'all, the mom, I put on our team app like, hey, everyone start praying for them, which they did. And she came back and was like, saying like, hey, we're out of the hospital, but you guys you know, if you have loved ones, you make sure you give them an extra tighter hug, because in a blink of an eye, they could have just been gone. And my husband, after practice, so he was at the hospital the whole time after practice, and you know, we had medical staff there that was able to, you know, accommodate them. So on top of parents, like, everybody was pitching in to help, taking pictures, doing everything, trying to get them calm. So he's going to check on them this morning, and we're just praying that they're okay. I just know the day after any kind of accident, auto accident, is the worst time ever, because you really feel the adrenaline is wore off, and you really feel it. So guys, pray for the family for me. And I just, when my husband got home, I just kissed him and hugged him, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're okay. But his neck was so swollen. It's just, wow. And he said he thought I decided to come to practice because it was, you know, right when everybody's pulling in to get to practice. So he was like, oh my God, my wife, did she decide and change her mind? And, you know, I would have had Easter and my niece and nephew with me, and I'm thankful that I did not go. So yeah, this traffic is crazy. It is work traffic, but I really want a biscuit, and I'm gonna go get a biscuit. I'll be there by 8:15, and they'll be okay.
So if you're wearing an SPF 15, it's
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Well, I hear you're having some scalp issues, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, when did all that start?
About probably 3-4 months ago.
Okay. And you had been getting some topical solution?
Mm-hmm.
Did that help at all?
At first, I thought it was helping.
Yeah.
My hairdresser was saying, like, yeah, she could see where it broke off, but it was growing back. But it started back, and now my scalp is, like, always inflamed.
So it's the loss that you experienced the last couple of months, and you're having sores now?
Yeah. And it drains sometimes.
Okay.
And normally it's like, if it's itching, I was like, oh, maybe it's just dandruff, time to wash my
Right.
hair. And my husband looks in there, he's like, no, it's something, it's, you know, draining. And I'm like,
Do you have one now?
I think I may. I know, like, right behind my ear here, and then it'll be like in this area, if you can see it.
You got thick hair back
I
there.
know, but it's a lot thinner than what it used to be. But normally it's like towards the top part of my head.
I'm seeing some scale here. You know, that could be just kind of a form of dandruff.
Subderm?
Yes, got some subderm here, but I don't see any sores.
No, this may not be as bad. Of course, by the time you go to the
Yeah,
doctor.
of course it'll get better. They hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah, I see where you might have had one right here.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a little excoriated papule there, which is more consistent with a little folliculitis, which is an inflammation around the hair follicle.
Okay.
It'll do that. Let me see where are you losing your hair?
It's the edges of my hair.
Okay. What's your
It is.
family history like with hair loss?
No hair loss, but I just have
Uncles,
the
brothers, dad?
But my mom had autoimmune.
She did. And you have the lupus systemic?
Yes.
Yeah. This pattern usually here with this temporal recession and this kind of receding is usually genetic, but you don't have a family history at all. I don't see discoid lupus here though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I told him it feels like when I used to get relaxers in my hair and you couldn't keep it in very long, you had to wash it out. My head feels like that all the time. And normally it's worse like if I'm in the sun for too long.
You know, sunlight's your
Yeah,
enemy
I
with
know.
lupus.
I know. So I'm trying to make sure I have a hat on or whatever to try
Right.
to prevent it. But
Do you have any other skin lesions?
no
No.
other issues.
So, is your lupus stable now?
Not really.
No. So that could account for some
It
of
could
this
be,
loss.
yeah.
Sure could. What are you doing to treat your lupus?
I do Benlysta infusion every 4 weeks
Okay.
and CellCept 3 times a day.
Yeah, so you're on treatment for it.
Yeah.
Still not controlled, no?
I just go through periods where if I get sick and then I have to stop my cell step, it just throws everything off whack.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this up here could be, you know, kind of a symptom of your whole diathesis of lupus, where the stress from the lupus causes the hair loss.
Okay.
And you got pretty thick hair otherwise. I mean, I know you feel like you're thinning, but
It is. Because, I mean, when I'm combing it, it's literally all on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's, never happened.
And that could be from lupus. We
Okay.
call that a telogen effluvium. But directly, as far as the scalp's concerned, I don't see any disease going on in the
Gotcha.
scalp. So I don't think it's discoid.
Okay.
Yeah. I
I'm
think you
good
need
with
to
that.
avoid the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to try to treat this, so your main symptoms like the sores and the itching and burning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Folliculitis?
Yeah, it looks more like folliculitis with subderm, but I'm not telling you the lupus couldn't play a role in that.
Yeah.
It could.
Okay.
You can get skin lupus that's not discoid, that's related to systemic.
Gotcha.
So it could be that.
Okay.
The only way we know about that is to kind of watch and maybe recheck it in a couple of months and see where you are.
Okay.
If you're worse, we might want to biopsy it at that point and see.
If it's,
But unless your lupus is stable, anything's possible. you
yeah,
know.
that's true.
Yeah.
No, I know.
So avoid the sun.
Okay.
As far as treatment of that, you might want to try, for any type of hair loss, I sometimes recommend biotin, which is over the counter,
Yeah. I'll have some.
and Rogaine. I don't know if you
Okay.
want to try the Rogaine or not, but some women like, try it.
Yeah. I was going to start switching to like a sulfate-free shampoo
Might help.
to see if that would not.
hmm the solution it was a solution they gave you to put in your
It's a
scalp?
scalp oil, and I put it on and let it sit 4 hours before I wash my hair.
Sounds like fluocinolone. Yeah, that's not bad, so I keep that up.
Keep doing it.
What kind of shampoo are you using?
I don't know what my hairdresser uses. I think she had something with tea tree oil that could have,
Irritated you?
irritated more.
Yeah.
But at home I have Suave, but how often should I wash my hair? That's the thing, because I know
Once a week.
once, just weekly. Okay.
Yeah, but you might want to try dandruff shampoo instead.
Okay.
I can give you a prescription dandruff shampoo. If
Okay.
you want. Let's
That'll
do
work.
that. Let's do the 2% ketoconazole shampoo.
You want to do that for subderm?
Yeah, she's going to do that weekly.
Okay.
All right, try that one. Just bring it to your hairdresser and let it sit for a few minutes and rinse it out.
Okay.
And then you can use a regular shampoo and conditioner after that if you want.
Okay.
At least that's medicated and it'll help with that seborrhea too.
Gotcha.
Okay? All right. Yeah, let's just follow you up in a couple of months, maybe 2 months, and see how you're doing.
Okay.
If you come in and you say you're a lot worse, I'll take a biopsy just to see if it's lupus that's affecting that or if it's something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had pictures, but I think I deleted them by accident on my phone, where it was like a green looking discharge in one of the sores. So
Yeah, I don't see any now.
Yeah.
I could put you on doxycycline if you want to try
no,
that.
no, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I have an epidural Thursday, so no antibiotics.
Okay. Right now I don't see any open source, so maybe the ketoconazole will help from getting that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you have enough of that oil? Because that's not a bad treatment. for what you
Yeah, I have enough of that.
got. Okay. All right, well, let's see you in a few months then,
Okay,
okay?
thank
All
you
right.
so much.
You're welcome. Have a good week.
You too.
Alright, Cheryl.
All right, guys. So I'm done at the dermatologist. I think I got good footage, hopefully. But he doesn't think it's discoid lupus. He thinks it's just incorporate with dandruff and when my lupus is flaring up, that's causing my scalp and skin to be really irritated. So he did call me in a medicated dandruff shampoo, which I will start using. He told me that he'll want me back in 2 months, unless it gets to the point that it's really bad. Then they will biopsy it. I'm praying that I don't have to have it biopsied or anything like that. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating because he's like, well, your hair is really thick. And I told him the areas that it's been coming out, and I was like, I'm combing my hair and it's continually to fall out. And I said it was a whole lot thicker, but he said he doesn't see anything, so I just said, okay, like, whatever. It's irritated a little bit, but nothing like it was that first couple times. And I told him that, if I'm in the sun, of course it's worse. But I've been trying to wear hats to eliminate, some of the effects. But
Hey y'all, who this for? Who this one for?
Dog.
Hey bloggers, how y'all doing? Well, I guess we ain't got no people over there in the Aspens and the different places. Hey Miss Shirley and Miss Ann, how y'all doing? And Miss Asha. I'm close. I'm getting better. I ain't heard from you ladies in a while, so I just wanted to.
Miss Mary, everybody been asking about you. You just
Oh.
be antisocial.
Y'all see I'm getting it right, don't you? Big Daddy finna take the status up a little bit more now. When that get right there, she gonna have her hands think they full. Nah, wait. You know the quicker way to make that. You know the quicker way to make the hair grow on the man.
Hey guys, how are you? He is back in full effect. So we are all heading to track practice. And my nephew and my niece. Say hello, Ariana. Her niece. My niece was falling. I fell because she was running to the car. We might have to go by that Chick-fil-A so I can go to the bathroom. Oh, whatever.
Just say yes.
Nigga. Lord Jesus, help me.
I'm so hungry. And I don't want the rest of my food.
We don't have no rice.